What is going on YouTube? Machiavelli the Don 64 here. I'm back. Thanks for tuning in again as always. What we're going to go through on this video is just going through some of my recent pickups and just talking a bit of Far Cry Primal towards the end. Game I'm currently playing and currently enjoying. So let's get straight into it. We've got Gauntlet Legends on the N64. I had a pretty good copy of this, but this is an upgrade. As you can see, it's really nice condition. It's not what you'd call mint, but it's very good. Really, bit of damage on this side, but not an awful lot really. It's, for all intents and purposes, it's really good, fully complete with the posters and reg cards and everything like that. So was my other one. I got this for 85 quid on eBay, and I've sold mine for more than that, so that's always a win, isn't it? Mine had like, you could hardly see it, but a crease along there, but this is absolutely perfect on the front, so that's great. So always good to get an N64 upgrade. Never really played this game before. I think I tried it for a bit because somebody recommended it. I don't know if anyone's played this, if you want to comment on it, but yeah, it's not one really I've put any time into, but as a full set owner, it's one you've got to own. So yeah, pleased to get a bit of upgraded Nintendo cardboard. Just to add on Gauntlet Legends before I put it back on my shelf, I suppose it's worth adding that this is actually really difficult one to get hold of in good condition. If you look on eBay, they're quite expensive. I think it's about 80 quid in CX, something like that. But it's just one of those boxes that tends to batter quite easily. But you know, to get it in this sort of shape, it's really not easy. So you know, that corner is probably the worst part of it. But overall, this is fantastic condition. So need to get it back in its box protector, and yeah, one to look out for in top end condition because it's really not easy to find like this. Next up, we've got Shenmue 3 box set. This is brand new and sealed. This has been on my watch on CEX for a while, and it's £65. It came into stock, so then I thought I'll check eBay. Checked eBay, and this was on eBay for 75 right now, brand new, so it's a no-brainer really. 65 second hand or 75 brand new. It's a no-brainer. So yeah, I went for the new one. Massive fan of the Shenmue franchise. I put a bit of overlay on now of my existing games. I've got my originals on the Dreamcast. I also have the Xbox version of Shenmue 2, which was in English, whereas the Shenmue 2 on Dreamcast was in foreign language, Japanese or whatever. And yeah, and then I backed the Kickstarter whenever it was, 2015, 16 sort of time, for Shenmue 3, because I had to raise the funds to make the game. And yeah, they re-released it eventually in 19. It's got mixed reviews. You know, I understand it's not the best game in the world, but you know, they had so much to do and so little sort of to start with that, you know, they basically had to build the game from scratch. People don't understand. They're like, why don't you use the engine of you know, Shenmue 1 and 2, but they just didn't have the rights from that. Sega owned the rights to the engine, the fighting style. They had to recreate that from scratch because they used the Virtua Fighter engine, which they don't have the rights to. So, so yeah, and I was eyeing up this box set for a while. Like I was following it on eBay, CEX for a while, and then I bought it, and I bought it several days back. It arrived a couple of days ago. And then all of a sudden, in the news lately, the rights for Shenmue 3 have just been sold to IN or IN Gaming. So presumably they're hopefully going to remaster it or take the series on and hopefully bring Shenmue 4, the longer waited, because it's been 5 years since this release. So it's about time they crack on with it, really. It's been a long enough wait since Shenmue 2, really, and the story still goes on, and you know, there's a cult following to this, of which I'm part of, and I really want to get an end into that. So yeah, I'll put a bit of overlay of my existing games on, plus the Shenmue 3 that I got, which is my original from 2019 when it eventually released, which I backed on Kickstarter. So yeah, always great to have a nice box set in there, and I'm a huge fan of Shenmue, so it's nice to have this, really. Next up, we've just got some PS2 titles. It's been great picking up PS2 games because they're just so cheap. You know, using CEX vouchers, you're paying next to nothing for them. 50-cent Bulletproof. Never played this, but it looks pretty good. Looking forward to having a go on that. Yeah, if anyone's got any comments on it, let me know. But yeah, it looks pretty good. So I think it's £10 at CEX, but it didn't cost me that. Yeah, I got that in a deal off Vinted actually. So that wasn't CEX anyway. This was CEX, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Again, never played this. I was a massive fan of Grand Theft Auto. Played 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, etc. But I never played these sort of interim games. Don't know if anyone's got any comments on these, but I fired it up and it looks pretty good. It's set in the GTA 3 sort of setting, same map and everything like that, been spruced up a bit. Brought in motorbikes and stuff, which makes it more like Vice City, but it's pretty cool. It's fully complete with like the map and everything like that. Poster, reg card as well. There's a reg card in there. I like things like that. It has to be fully complete. Disc is in good condition as well. So yeah, pleased to add that one in. I mean, that's £6 at CEX, but that was bought with a voucher, and yeah, definitely didn't cost that overall. When you think the profit that was made to get the voucher. And lastly, Splinter Cell. Got this for £1.50 from a friend. It's £2 in CEX, but me and my brother used to have this back in the day. I think I've said on a previous video, all my PS2 games went when my PS2 blew up, sadly. It's the only console I didn't really keep the games for. But yeah, my brother had this, and I played it a little bit, but I remember watching him play it more, and it seemed pretty fun. I don't remember getting very far of it, so I'm looking forward to having a go and seeing what I can do on that. I remember, things like I put some overlay on, but you had to like take people out and hide their bodies in the shadows so other guards wouldn't see them and stuff like that. It was all about stealth and being a bit of a ninja. So yeah, looking forward to getting my teeth into that one and spending a bit of time on it really, and bringing back some old memories presumably. So yeah, that rounds up the pickups. Nothing overly special, but slowly and surely we're sort of adding to the collection and getting a few upgrades along the way. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm currently playing Far Cry Primal at the moment. I picked this up a few weeks ago on the PS4. Really enjoying it. It's very Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4-esque in terms of like the engine's the same obviously, but picking up, like, you have to pick up materials and stuff when you're out and about in the wild, like wood, leaves, all this other stuff to help you build and craft things. So you craft your weapons similar to the old ones, but yeah, your bow and arrows and your spears and stuff to upgrade those, and all your tools to build your huts and base and improve those. Yeah, you have to get stuff in the wild and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It makes you search the environment. When you're out and about, there's loads of different skins that you need, like mammoth skin and stuff like that. So you have to try and take those out. They're not easy and stuff like that. There's a good array of missions, like helping to build your Wenger tribe up, saving, rescuing, protecting, all this sort of thing, as well as the main storyline progressing with that. And there's lots of new skills to learn, lots of collectibles to find along the way. There's lots of sort of side quests and side distractions to, if you don't fancy just main story mode, you can go off on a sort of tangent and try and get collectibles. Much like the other games, instead of like military outposts, they exist, but they're more like other tribes or natives, like camps and stuff like that. So you have to sort of like liberate those and take them over by killing all the people there. And there's like mixed difficulties, so some of them are really hard, and you have to be really stealthy and so on. Use all your different weapons to their advantages. It's quite fun, really. It's such basic. I'm easily pleased, really. It's basic functions, really, but so much fun. I love how you can like befriend sort of wild animals, jaguars, wolves. There's some others that I haven't done yet, but they're great because they can help you. Sort of like when you go into sort of conflict, they help you along your way, and it's just nice to have a friend there with you. And yeah, and there's even like you have like an owl as well that you can use to like sort of scout the area out, I should say, and see how many enemies there are there, so you sort of know what you're in for, and where's best to start first in terms of your taking the enemies out one by one. Really, you can systematically take them out in a better way if you know where sort of the enemies are, and that owl serves as a good look over, as a good scout, and then you can even take people out with the owl, but go down and claw them and stuff like that. It's pretty fun. So yeah, overall, it's a really fun game. Really enjoying it. I'm about just over 30% through at the moment, so making good inroads to that, and yeah, just looking forward to seeing how it pans out. And then after that, obviously, I'll select another game to carry on with. But yeah, really enjoying that. So I just wanted to add that in there because I know it didn't review too well, and I don't understand why. Really, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. what's not to like, really. It does feel a little bit like it's potentially like a bolt-on, should have been a bolt-on to one of the other games, but there's definitely enough content there for someone like me who doesn't have, you know, overly long hours to play games anymore. So like, it's definitely enough to get your teeth into, and it is fun. So yeah, thought I'd add that in there. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video, really. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a few pickups, really. And yeah, just talking Far Cry Primal. But yeah, there's definitely more coming to the channel, retro and otherwise, modern gaming. Going to be doing some more developments in the room soon. I've got some new lac shelves to put up, so I'll get those up, and then we'll show you how the room looks after that, and see where we're going from there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But yeah, if not, comments or questions or comments on any of the games that I've talked about. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.